Hey guys, Alex Ortner here from raw for30days.com. I hope you enjoyed the video above. Hope you got to get a little glimpse into what our routine is like every day. As I mentioned in the video, the morning routine is the most important part of our day for us in terms of being healthy throughout the rest of the day. We always start off with exercise 6 out of the 7 days a week, and we always start off with our first meal being a raw meal. Typically we do a juice or we do some type of smoothie. So I hope you enjoyed that real perspective on what that is like. I'm going to be answering a couple questions from Sunday's post. First off, let me just say that yesterday we distributed the most amount of copies that we ever have of Simply Raw. So we're really excited about that. I think also this month, I think we're going to beat our record for most copies of Simply Raw we've ever gotten out in a month. So a lot of that has been because of the help of some of the people who have been getting the word out about it. Guys like Mike Adams with Natural News, David Wolf, a bunch of great people who have made a difference in helping get the word out about the film, and we love it because we know how much of a difference it's making for people. If you have any people that you know need this film, please let them know about it. So I'm going to go ahead and answer a few questions here from the post. Now I can't answer all the questions. I'm going to try and get Dr. Cousins on the phone this week and see if he can answer some of the questions related to diabetes. I'm not a medical doctor, so I'm always pretty careful to not answer some of those questions. But I'll see if I can get him on the phone. I tried getting a hold of him yesterday, couldn't get a hold of him. I'll try him again today. So Marcy Smith said that her son gags with greens. What does she do? First off, keep in mind that a lot of that might be mental. I know if you had given me greens when I was growing up, when I was eating my McDonald's diet, I literally grew up about 100 yards from McDonald's, so I used to eat at McDonald's all the time. If you had given me greens, I probably would have gagged as well. I really didn't eat much in the way of greens growing up. I would try to get some leverage on him and see what you can do to get him to change his perspective on eating greens and it being healthy. You can, show him the film Simply Raw, show him some of the long-term effects of diabetes and how it can affect his health. So he actually really wants to give it a chance. And you can also try some different foods, like try doing the juice, try doing just different foods to get him into raw foods first, and kind of be gradual and slow with that. I would definitely recommend one tool you can use as well to change his associations with the food, or to try using EFT or tapping. And I definitely recommend watching the film The Tapping Solution, which you can see at thetappingsolution.com. You can use EFT to try and change those associations. Jerry wrote, are there any books available with easy recipes? If my blood sugar is high, isn't fruit a no-no? How do I make smoothies taste good without fruit? Can I lose weight eating this way? Can you suggest any good books for beginners? How do the people in the movie get off their meds if they eat fruit? Lots of questions there. So number one, in terms of fruit, Dr. Cousins, if you read his book, and I'll put a link to his book here on the left-hand side. His book, There's a Cure for Diabetes. If you are a diabetic or you have a kid that's diabetic, definitely it's a must-read. And what I'm going to do today, because it is Reversing Diabetes Action Week, our celebration, I'll put it on there with no shipping. We don't have that many copies. Well, actually, we probably have 50 copies of it in the warehouse right now, would be my guess. So definitely pick up a copy of that with the no shipping if that applies to you. During the 30 days in the film Simply Raw, they were not having fruit. And in Gabriel Cousins' 21-day program, it used to be 30 days, now it's 21. He does not do fruit during that 21-day program. He does not recommend that the diabetics eat fruit. And if you do want to have fruit afterwards, he recommends doing berries and slowly incorporating it and testing how you do with it. Can I lose weight eating this way? Absolutely. I would say that the majority of people that I've seen who go on a raw food diet and exercise lose weight. So it's important to do both. I can tell you, when you are exercising and eating really well, your recovery time is much faster, your weight loss is faster. Combining the two is it just works extremely well. So and be patient with you. If you're not losing weight right away, just be patient with it. Keep going on. You might be doing some detox initially. So definitely keep at it. Kathy from England said, I'm so defensive at the doctors and I would love to find a doctor that would support my attempts rather than just blindly following the drug route. I can understand your frustration, and I'm guessing that a lot of other people out there will as well. I know that I have a pretty open-minded doctor, but he's still not that open-minded when it comes to raw food and eating well. I can tell just by his physical appearance that he's not the healthiest doctor himself. You know, he's got some extra weight that he could lose. His skin isn't great, and that's really one of the factors that I look at. And anybody's going to teach me about health, I want to see that they're healthy. So, you know, don't try not to get too frustrated. See if you can find any other doctor in your area. And if you are going to see your doctor, remember, every decision you make is always your decision. Don't let a doctor push you and make your decision for you. You can always get a second opinion. You know, check out and see what Dr. Cousins says in his book. Always keep that in mind. So, Deanna said, the more I eat raw foods, the more I crave them. That's fantastic, and I'm uninterested in traditional meals. I would say that in general, that's the case. I know that's how it is for me, and that's how it always has been. If you are making the transition to a more raw food diet, and at first you're eating the raw foods and you're craving the other stuff, keep at it, and you'll see you're going to start to crave more and more raw foods. So, I began to lose weight but stopped after 10 pounds. Can you please address the weight loss on a raw food diet? Again, keep at it. Make sure you're exercising. Make sure you're getting your heart rate up several times a week. I would say 4 times on a minimum. I'm doing, you know, we do 6 days out of the 7 days a week. We're exercising, and initially that might feel tough, but when you get into a healthy shape, you're gonna feel that you exercise, and when you're done exercising, you have a level of energy that you typically do not experience. So, definitely recommend doing that. Melanie Moore said, the problem I face while trying to live the raw lifestyle is financially affording all that I need to sustain myself nutritionally, as well as having the time to do so. I'm a very busy woman raising 2 young girls and attending San Diego State University. To better our living conditions for the future, what direction, help, or advice can you offer to assist me to be more successful with this endeavor of living a healthy lifestyle? First off, I think it's fantastic that you are working so hard to help you and your family and your 2 young girls, and that you're working to have a healthy lifestyle as well, because obviously you have to lead by example, and your kids will follow. I know that now from having a 1-year-old. He's already copying me. So in terms of making raw food more financially affordable, I would recommend a couple things. Number one is see what you can grow at home. You can do sprouting at home. If you can start a garden, that will make things more affordable as well. At my last house, not this house because I just moved in here a month ago, at my last house I had a garden there, and it really made things really dirt cheap, because it's just so cheap to grow your own stuff, especially from seed. So I definitely recommend that. If you're going to be buying veggies, make sure to buy locally. You'll also find that it's cheaper if you're buying locally, because you're not having to pay for transportation costs. You know, when you buy at your local grocery store, they may have boxed it up and it might have come, you know, from 6 states away. So there's expenses in that. Also the packaging, if it's in a plastic, you know, container, there's a cost to that. So if you're buying locally and it's literally the travel distance is, you know, 20 meters, you know, between where it's picked and where you grab it, you're number one going to have fresher food, so the nutrients are going to be in there, because as soon as the food is pulled out of the ground, you start to lose nutrients. So the buying locally, you're going to get better quality food, and you're going to get it at a cheaper price. So hopefully that helps out. Definitely recommend doing those things. Do I have to be 100% raw to be healthy? No, you don't, in my opinion. I would say that the majority of the people in the raw food community, a lot of the teachers, they're not all 100% raw. There are some that are, guys like David Wolf and Dr. Gabriel Cousins, but a lot of them are not raw, and they're still very healthy. So don't feel that you have to be 100% raw to be healthy. One thing I would recommend, and I just saw this DVD set for the first time. It's called Chef Teton's Essential Cuisine. I literally just saw it about 2 weeks ago, and I think it's the best DVD set that I've seen on how to prepare both raw and cooked foods and be healthy. She talks about raw foods, she talks about oils, she talks about desserts and salads, and cultured vegetables and kefir. So I'm going to put a link to that on the right-hand side of the page, or on the left-hand side of the page as well. And if you want to check that out, you'll see a little demo video there. You might want to pick that up, and that might help you out to get an idea of how to do both. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to try and get some more of your questions answered. Hopefully I'll get Dr. Cousins on the phone this week so he can answer some questions about diabetes, and we'll go from there. So thanks. Take care.